Welcome back, ballers, to another episode on the Ball Don't Lie channel. Latest in the news, we have a Mexican Navy sailing ship colliding in with the Brooklyn Bridge. The day after the New York Knicks and Mikal Bridges advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. That's a little intriguing to me. This recording is going to be short and sweet, but I'm titling it Building Walls and Building Bridges. We are in the year of a new president, a returning president, Donald Trump, who talks about the golden era and all that kind of stuff. We'll get to that in a moment. But also a new pope, right? Pope Leo the 14th, who in his opening speech to the world talks about building bridges. And what does Donald Trump talk about, right? Building walls. But his golden era comments are very intriguing when it comes to the idea of the Golden Gate Bridge, right? So, anyways, we're going to jump right into it, you guys. Building walls and building bridges. If you guys aren't aware, this is the latest, one of the biggest stories that's out there now. We have, sorry guys, hold on a second. There are reportedly at least 2 dead after a Mexican Navy sailing ship collides with the Brooklyn Bridge in a dramatic NYC crash. Well, let's not forget that Donald Trump's from New York. Okay. And let's not forget that he runs not only on MAGA, but he also runs on Build That Wall, right? And what is that wall in reference to? To Mexico. Okay. So, of course, it's a Mexican Navy sailing ship that collides into a bridge in Donald Trump's home city or home state, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, he's from Queens. This was in Brooklyn. I mean, kind of one and the same, if you ask me, right? But once again, latest in the news. So there's always going to be more to add to this. Once again, don't forget, like I said, about Pope Leo talking about pledging to build bridges in his first remarks as the pontiff or the pontiff, when he entered the world stage as the newest pope. And then once again, don't forget about Trump's golden age comments when he returned back to the presidency. I don't want to be redundant, but let's just go back really quick to Donald Trump's first campaign. He continues to run on MAGA, the highest ranking degree of the Church of Satan. But he's also talked a lot about building that wall, right? The concept of building a wall along the U.S. and Mexico border. Once again, this was a Mexican Navy sailing ship colliding into a Brooklyn bridge. So Trump wants to build a wall instead of building a bridge, essentially. It was a prominent policy proposal and a signature promise of Donald Trump's presidential campaigns and presidency. What are the odds, you guys, that Donald Trump, this isn't the first time he's associated himself with wall. I don't know how many of you out there are familiar with or watch the show Black Mirror, but it's a very interesting show. And there is an episode called the Waldo moment. It doesn't directly reference Donald Trump. However, there has been a lot of blogs and a lot of people out there that really make that connection with Donald Trump and this character Waldo on the left, the blue cartoon character. once again, this episode is going to be a bit short, but if you guys haven't seen it, I strongly recommend you watch that episode. But not only that, a more direct connection is think about the Little Rascals. That was a movie that came out when I was a kid. But in the Little Rascals, Donald Trump's in that movie as well. And his son, his name is Waldo. Waldo, right? So building bridges, building walls, Waldo. In closing, you guys, all I'm going to share from what I've seen so far is if you take a look at the founding date of Mexico, which is also the founding date of the Jesuit order, Donald Trump went to Jesuit Fordham, etc. But you just measure from the date of this latest news, May 17th. I'm recording this on May 18th, but this is when the news actually happened, May 17th, 2025. When you measure that to the Jesuit order's birthday, also known as the founding date of Mexico, it's exactly 133 days, just like president, just like White House, just like government. Don't forget, you guys, that Donald Trump's assassination attempt last year on July 13th was exactly 133 days before the anniversary of the assassination attempt at JFK. So I will leave it there. Thank you guys all who like and subscribe to the content. It really means a lot, you guys. It really, really means a lot. So thank you again. That there will definitely be more to add to this as well. So make sure you guys take care of yourselves. And we'll see you again soon.